And it's a big old onion. Ooh, shit. Damn. Now, are you supposed to put purple onions in chili, or you just put any kind of onions in chili? I put just regular onions in there. Yo, I'm doing 2 bowls. I ate today earlier, but I haven't eaten because I didn't eat before the show. So might as well go live and eat. Since y'all claim y'all like to see me eat live. I want to go get some crackers. I love, it's got to be, what's the name of it? Wolf brand? It got to be Wolf brand, or it's got to come from, hold on a minute, y'all. I need to get my nose trimmer and clean up my nose. Give me a second. I got my nose trimmer, but I can't find my damn. I got my nose trimmer, but I can't find the little battery. So, well, I didn't do Ritz. I got HEB. You know, I do everything through HEB, child. I do everything with HEB. Baby, when I tell you, when you put them onions in there with that, ooh. Plus, you know, I love my sparkling water. I love my sparkling water. I got cheese in here. Well, I just did the show, y'all. Did y'all miss it? I just got off from doing the show. I don't need to breathe when I'm eating. I do what I want to do. This is my show. You don't tell me how to run it. If I'm not mistaken, I said that yesterday it was AI. That AI shit is crazy. That AI shit is crazy. But I said that yesterday. Oh, I gotta turn off my air. It's freezing. Damn. Damn, it's just, this is just my first bowl. I'm doing 2 bowls. I love me some good old chili. Goodbye. Oh, goodbye. You say you were leaving. Bye. You don't need to know what it is. Just chili. Just chili. I should have got a clear bowl so that I could see it. But chili, onions, and crackers. Mmm. And cheese. Can't forget the cheese. Yeah, I made it. You broke? Oh, okay. Well, somebody will give you some money to go get you something to eat. Mm-hmm. Do y'all drink sparkling water? I love it. Well, I don't know what to tell you, baby. If you was over here, I'd give you some of this chili, but you're not over here, so I really can't do nothing about it. Hello, darling. Welcome in. Sparkling water. I love my sparkling water. Oh, oh. Hold on, y'all. I got to put on a coat. It's cold in here. Excuse me. Didn't mean to burp. Oh, I had to put on the shirt because it's freezing in here. Jesus. Oh, they have that? Maybe I should get that and do a mukbang with it. HEB. Yeah, I get everything from HEB if I can. It's a local Texas store. It's a big Texas store. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's good. Yeah, White Claw is good. And the other one is good too. I can't even think of the name of it. Yeah, they're good. I love my sparkling water. Are you guys going on my cruise? I have all the information if y'all want it. You got a pen and paper, you can write it all down. Oh, cream cheese, pepper jack. Oh, that sounds good. How you doing? Yeah, honey, this is only my first bowl of chili. I'm gonna give me the second one. Yeah, I'm in Texas. I said I was in Texas. Everybody know I'm in Texas. I know, but I try to stay away from sodas and stuff, yeah. Brother Connie, check up on Tyler today. I have no idea who Tyler is. I don't even know what you're talking about. Mmm. These onions set it off. Mmm. Ooh, glory. Baby, these onions set it off. Anybody interested in my cruise information? You got a pen and paper, write down some of the information, I can give it to you. I work for Marriott. Mm-hmm. You know what I like? Sauerkraut. What's up, homeboy? Damien, it is 1:10 in the morning. Yeah, I work for Marriott. Oh my God. That shit is strong as hell. It's chilly. It's chilly. This is my first bowl, y'all. I'm doing two because I hadn't eaten today. I ate earlier, but. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. My cruise is gonna be. Y'all got a pen and paper? Write this down. I'm eating chili. I'm old school. I don't fight, baby. I don't do stuff like that. That's the problem with these young black folks now. People think we all fight. I don't fight. Y'all got a pen and paper? Y'all gonna write down these dates? Well, I know you're joking because a lady actually got killed in McDonald's the last month, not before last. She got killed over food. Ooh, excuse me. Didn't mean to burp, but it came out. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm gonna have to try that. Well, I try to stay away from chips. I'm at a certain age. I try not to eat. I don't cook, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, I talked about it on my show the other day. She went in the store and she worked there. Her kids were there. It had something to do with food. A little dumb 19-year-old girl. You know what color she was. I ain't got to tell you that. I hate to say that, but just saying. She got into it with the girl and she said, I'm going to get my gun. She went outside, got her gun, came back in and shot her. And when the bitch got arrested, before she got arrested, her ghetto ass mama came up there. What y'all arrested my daughter for? See, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. What you arrested my daughter for? Ma'am, she shot somebody. She shot somebody. And the mom was trying to record and everything. They told her to get back. She said, I got my rights. See, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. It was, I'm sure it was a ratchet McDonald's, yeah. No, it don't. It doesn't make sense, y'all. I talk, I don't know if y'all follow my YouTube channel or not, but I do celebrity gossip, but sometimes, I do throw in the news you can use. I just reported don't come in here change. Nuh-uh. We don't do that. We all want peace, but you don't come in here and change the subject. So I'm gonna put you on timeout for like 5 minutes, and you can come back. Don't do that. Then nobody ask you. We talking about something totally different. We all want peace, but you're not gonna change the subject. The fuck? As the young people say, the fuck? All right, my next bowl of chili. Where's my give my other chili, y'all. I'm gonna warm this a little bit up. It's not that much, but I'm gonna warm this one up. No, I'm not Cisco. Cisco's darker than me. You must be white. Yeah, just come in and just change the subject. Like, what? You must be white. Cisco's very dark skinned. I'm light skinned. So I do news you can use on top of my gossip. And all of those who are watching my live, if y'all can hit the like button, it'll help me. Thank you so much. And if you do like to see me do my little eatery stuff, send a little cash out. I'll go get something. I did a seafood mukbang the other day. I did what's the name the other day too? What do you call it? Outbacks. I did Outbacks the other day. You just go back and look at my videos. I don't think it's ready yet, but let me see. No, we're gonna give it one more shot. One more shot in the arm. Anyway, so I was talking about how young people do, yeah. Yeah, breaded salmon, yeah, different stuff. So I talk about these people out in the streets doing crazy things. Now it was an 18-year-old. I talked about this the other day. He was in Houston, and there's a lady that was visiting from Austin coming down to Houston to help her friend that had cancer. Dude, why did you just take the lady's car? Why did you have to shoot her in the head, man? 18 years old. You didn't sit up here. And you didn't kill this woman who was helping her friend with chemotherapy. She had just started. That's why she went down there. She was helping her friend with chemo. And you, instead of just taking the car, you decided to kill her. It's sad. Y'all, I'm a 64-year-old man. I have never been to jail. I've never been arrested. I have, but it was for like stuff that, nothing major. I got arrested one time because this guy liked me, and he lived in a complex, and he was a manager, and I didn't like him, and I was trying to get away from him. So I asked him to let me transfer to another apartment. He said, you can, but it's a $100 transfer fee. So once I thought about it, I said, well, he's still a manager across the street. I want to get away from him. So I said, well, I'm not going to transfer. I'm going to move, just tear up the check, right? She didn't tear the check up. She took that check, honey, and pushed it through. Then I go on about my business one day, and I get somebody police. The police was nice. The police, the white guy, he was like, he stopped me because I was walking in my neighborhood. I was going somewhere, and he was real nice about it. He was like, "Hey, I'm not." He said, he didn't even ask me for my ID. I volunteered to give him my ID, and I'm glad that I did because um, that area is known for prostitution, and I was dressed up and everything, and I was actually on my way to a bar to promote a club, to promote a show or whatever. And I said, I live in this neighborhood, whatever. So I said, well, I didn't ask you for your ID, but I'll run it. And so, damn, jaywalking. So he he ran it, and he said I had a warrant, but he didn't know what it was for. He said, but it's not even worth me taking you to jail. So that was one time, and then a friend of mine was driving too fast, and I had to go to jail because I didn't get arrested, but I had to go to jail because I didn't have my driver license. That was real young. And then the other time was I was in a stolen car with a guy. I didn't even know the car was stolen. I was visiting Austin, and I was living in West Texas, and I was visiting Austin, and we went to Houston for the weekend, and this guy I was dating, and we was riding in the car, and I remember we was riding in the car, we was in the car, and I said, it was a driver license and a ID. It was credit. It was a driver license and what you call it, it was driver license and a checkbook. It was over on the side where I was sitting. And I said, Oren, I said, whose stuff is this? He said, oh, it ain't nobody's, just throw it out the window. Me being young, like I was like, it's real young. I was like, oh, okay, throw it out the window. So, but when we came back from Houston, we got stopped in this little bitty town called Giddings, Texas. And we all got arrested. It was me, 3 military guys. I think the only thing that saved me from probably getting killed in that little small town was the military guys. I'm going to put the cheese on it, was the military guys. I think that probably what saved me. And then what saved me from not going to prison was because the time the car was stolen, I didn't live in Austin. And it was proven that where I was when the car got stolen, I wasn't even nowhere near Austin. So they let us all go. And we got on the Greyhound bus and went on back to Austin. Yeah. But what I'm saying is a lot of these young people, they make these decisions early in life and they don't realize that it's going to affect them for the rest of their lives. And I see why people are open and carry. I see why people carry guns because that young boy, he killed that girl, that lady. That lady was in Houston doing a good deed for somebody who had cancer. And I believe in God, y'all. I really do. I really believe in God. I really, really do believe in God. Sometimes I wonder, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I know there's good and evil. I understand that. But I'm like, God, could you not let the gun just like not go off? Like, God, do you see that this woman is helping a lady that has cancer? Why should she die? Why couldn't the gun be stuck? Like, some things just be so unfair. Some things just be so unfair. It's not right. And I know there's a God. I believe there's a higher being, but it's unfair. But I guess that's where the devil comes in. I don't know. But that's just sad. The woman was trying to help her friend, and you didn't have to kill them. That happened to my good friend of mine. He got murdered. My good friend got murdered. He was an apartment manager, and he was coming back from lunch. 2 little young guys, 17 years old, walked up to him and tried to rob him and took his bag and shot him in the head and killed him. For no reason. For no reason. And I love my black people. Everybody commits crime, but these young black guys, man, they gotta stop. They gotta stop. I was raised in a little small white country town. That's where I'm at now. Everybody gets along with one another. Everybody speaks to one another. I never experienced any racism growing up here. But it was, but where we live, it wasn't like an Alabama. Even though I'm in Texas, hell, Alabama was more crazy racist than Texas. I mean, Alabama was, ooh. Never had no issues in school. I went to an all-black school when I was a little boy. Why everybody say I'm making y'all hungry? I'm very close to Dallas. I don't give the pinpoint where I'm at because it's a small town. And we had some things that happened coming up. No, like in the N-word. No one ever called me the N-word. We all got along in high school. My best friend was a white guy in high school. We're still best friends. We don't talk as much as we used to, but we still good friends. Sometimes he pops up on my live. We were poor. They were millionaires. Me and him were best friends. And I'd go spend the night. We were both in the band. And on Friday nights after the games, I'd go spend the night at their house. They live in River Oaks, honey. River Oaks. Did somebody say something about subscribing or something? I missed it. Yeah, they live in River Oaks. Oh, well. And I was gay back then. He wasn't. He is now. He took me. No, I'm just eating chili. He took me to the Hyatt Regency for my first time going to Dallas. Paid for it. I tell you, his family had money. They still got money. I'm sure the house that they lived in the River Oaks was probably triple with the house that we had living in a black neighborhood. But he didn't treat me that way. He treated me just like anybody else. But, Now, we did used to do some crazy shit. I know this is crazy, y'all. But me and him used to do pranks on the neighbors. Now, I'm a black man now. I'm in a white, rich neighborhood called River Oaks. And we used to do jokes, prank, and it was really dangerous. I know we shouldn't have did it, but we did it. I would go outside looking in his window, like I was looking in his window. Thank you. They called the police. By the time the police come over, I was back in the house. I hope he pop up on my live, because he usually pop up on my live sometimes. His last name is Proctor. So if you see a Proctor pop up, that's him. We used to do some crazy stuff. He took me to San Antonio for the first time. Remember, his family had money, cars. I wasn't able to get a car when I was in high school. We couldn't afford it. But he had his own car. We go out of town. Imagine someone at my age in high school going to stay at the Hyatt Regency. That was That was a trip. To stay at the Hyatt Regency, that was nice. hmm Shirley, but these young people, I don't know, man. I worry about them. I really do. And you look online, all you do is see them fighting. It's just like, and then you got these shows. These shows don't make it no better. The baddies, the Fight Club. It's horrible. We have too many other things to be fighting about besides fighting each other. But everybody don't think like me. Baby, I've had this bowl so long. I don't know where I got this bowl from. It's been so long. It's like Lil Nas X. He's so young. I wish I could have been a mentor for him. To steer him in the right way. I was really not looking forward to him going down the road that he went down. I've never done drugs ever in my life. And I know y'all say, don't you say that, that's not drug. Weed is not a drug. Well, I never smoked weed either. And I drink alcohol, but I don't have to have it. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing in my apartment where you see alcohol. Don't have to have it. But if I go to New Orleans or somewhere like that, oh, give me a double shot of, I'm gonna drink. But I don't have to have it. I lost a cousin. She was younger than me, and she died from liver. Her liver went out on her because she drank so much. And she had money. She bought a brownstone in New York. She worked for a bank. She had all of that. Brand new Mercedes. She had all of that. I don't smoke anymore. I don't smoke cigarettes. I never had smoke. She had all of that and lost it behind drinking. Yeah. She lost it behind drinking. Yeah. I'm considered a senior citizen, y'all. You know that? But I feel good about my age. I wish I was smaller. Let me see if I have any old pictures of me when I was younger. I do have some. I'm gonna share them with y'all. I want to lose weight, but I don't want Ozempic. I don't want the Ozempic way, but I do want to lose weight. But I will tell you this. If you see my pictures from back in the day, which I'm fixing to show y'all, you would think I had AIDS or cancer. I was so small. I was a kid. I was a track star too. I ran track. I was very small. Let's put up some pictures here. Who is this? The Jazzy Show and Shirley Davis. Who is this? Hold on 1 second. No, I'm not, and I need to. I really need to, y'all. I just be so lazy. I just be so lazy. I just don't get my ass in the gym, and I need to. I'm gonna pull up some old pictures of me. Your self-care game right. Yeah, I'm gonna be. I gotta get my car. I'm getting my car soon because I need to join the gym. Because I can't. I mean, I know I could work out at home and stuff, but it's not the same like if you actually go to a gym. And I prefer to go to a gym and work out, so I can get motivated and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm about to get my car. So I can go in and work out. And I live in a small town, so we don't have bus services. They don't run all night and stuff like that, so you can, yeah. Yeah, and I'm only living in a small town because of my mother. She's much older and she's good. She lived by herself and everything, but I needed to be closer to her while she's getting older. So that's why I'm in a small town. I was living in Houston. I had to come back here, and I'm just devastated. I hate this town. Mm. But I want my mother to be here a long time, so I'll be here as long as she's here. Hell, I might leave before she do. Shit, I tell people all the time, don't think your parents, you gonna outlive your parents. Don't ever think that, because you're delusional to think that you're gonna outlive your parents. Your parents might outlive you. Hello. So here's a picture of me from back in the 80s. I was in my 20s. I don't remember what 20 it was. But this is me in my 20s here. And like I said, I used to run track. I didn't play football, but I ran track. Yeah. I was doing drag shows there. I was a drag queen. Look at my eyebrows. See my eyebrows right there? Yeah. I was a skinny little thing. I ran the 440, 220, and the 880 relays. I was a fast runner. Ooh, I was fast. Jesus. This here is my 61st birthday. This was my 61st birthday picture right there in Atlanta, Georgia. No, I didn't want to play football. I was a little feminine guy, so I didn't really do football and stuff like that. I ran track. I did run track. And this is me on this is my 60th birthday picture. I took a lot of them, but this is one of them. I was on my way to the bar. This is when I turned 60. Damn, time go by so fast. It's like that was just yesterday. Whew. Baby, that's why you have to take all the pictures while you can, while you're young. Take them pictures, honey. Take them pictures, honey, while you're young. Because you can go back and look. Like, yeah, this was me back in the day. Okay, I'm just pulling up pictures. No black do crack. Just depends on who the person is. Hello. Depends on who the person is. Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. This was a couple of years ago. I was in Atlanta. No, I was in New Orleans. This was a couple of years ago. Sorry. This was me a couple of years ago in Atlanta. Maybe like 4 years ago. Yeah. Would I ever get I'm gonna say sex change. Would I ever get a facelift? I probably would if I could afford it, but not now. Somebody said, "How do you eat all that food and don't gain weight?" I am fat, so I don't know. Somebody just left a comment, but they must not know I'm live right now. Child, yeah, somebody left a comment, didn't know I was live. Um, y'all want some pictures? Y'all, I gotta show y'all some pictures of me when I was first started dressing up as in drag and stuff when I was young drag queen. Let me see if I can find something. I got some pictures in here. This one right here. This is me when I was doing drag shows back in the 80s. A little Whitney Houston. That was back in the 80s. I was so skinny. Oh my God. I'd do anything to get that weight, get that back. But then you know what they would be saying. You know what they would be saying? I was young. I was very young. We all did Whitney Houston back in the days. You couldn't tell us we wasn't Whitney back in our days, honey. Oh yeah, Whitney. But I actually did Patti LaBelle. I didn't do Whitney. I did Whitney Houston music, but I really didn't do her music, but I did. You follow me? Now this picture was taken 3 years ago. I was auditioning for a radio station in St. Louis, and I'll show you my audition picture. I was on my way to the audition, 104.1 in St. Louis. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was holding my stomach in. Yeah. Have you guys ever been to Hawaii? Anybody ever been to Hawaii? So I went to Hawaii for the first time, y'all, and it was amazing. Like I've never been there ever in my life, and my friend won, not my boyfriend, just a friend of mine. He won this is like a Texas scratch off ticket, and when you scratch it off, you send it in to sometimes you get money, trips, whatever. So he won a trip. It was not just him. It was like it was a total of 500 people who they chose who won and who wanted to go because you don't have to go because you do have to have your own money and stuff, right? And you have to pay the taxes on the trip. So I told my friend, no, I'm not going to no fucking Hawaii. That's too fucking far. But then I got to thinking about it. I'm like, you only got one life to live. And you're going to get your scary ass on that plane. You're going to get your scary ass on that plane. And you're going to Hawaii. And I was so fucking scared. I'm going to show y'all some pictures, okay? And I actually have a video. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. If you never been, well, I went to Maui, but if you never been, now what are you talking about? Oh, if you never been, go to Hawaii. If you ever get a chance to go, fuck that flight, get on it and go, especially if somebody's paying for it. So let me just show you some of the pictures. They put us at the Hyatt Regency, y'all. Check this out. This here was the pool for the hotel we was at. Oh my God, the place was beautiful. This here's a bar. That's a restaurant. There's a bar down here where you could swim to the bar and get drinks. Swim to the bar and get drinks. Ain't that something? This here was Hawaii, as you can see here. That's the mountains over there. Let me tell you something. I'm a Cancer, so I cry a lot. I cried so hard once I realized where I was at, and this is our hotel right here. This is the balcony where our hotel was at. Look at this. Y'all, the place was so beautiful. It was amazing. I'm so glad I got on that. I'm so glad that I got on that plane and went. Hold on one second. I'm so glad that I got on that plane and went. I'm so glad that I didn't. Yeah, look at that. That's right outside. That's right outside our room. Oh, it just brought tears to my eyes. And I called my mom because I was crying. And she's like, "What's wrong?" I said, "Mom, this place is so beautiful. Like I never seen anything like this in my life." Yeah, she thought something was wrong, but I was just so taken by how beautiful the place was. You know. Um, let's go down here. It looks fake. It's so pretty. I took this with an Android phone too, by the way. Now I do have. So I want to say I got videos. I got video, but it's actually on Instagram. So let me go to my Instagram. Ooh. Okay, so let me show y'all something here. Then I'm about to let y'all go. You know, I done ate that chili. I'm ready to lay down now. Hold on. Give me a second. And that's my best friend right here. This guy who I went to Hawaii with. That's my best friend. Well, one of my best friends. I got quite a few. About 3 or 4. That's my good friend Lunel right here. Y'all know who that is. Okay. I'm doing a cruise. Baby, Yolanda, I don't know what you're looking at, sweetie, but I stopped eating chili a long time ago. You got to move your phone up or whatever you're watching. You got to move that up because I'm not even talking about chili no more. But anyway, I'm doing a cruise again, y'all, again in Martin Luther King weekend, leaving out of Galveston. So if you guys want to go on my cruise, get in contact with me some type of way so I can give y'all the information. This was the last cruise that I did. Anybody never been on a cruise? Okay, so let me mute this. Yeah. I was pointing out where our room was at. Yeah, that's the cruise ship. That's the room. We just had a basic room. I think this is just a basic room. I'm not for sure. I don't. Was this the basic room? Or was this the balcony? This might have been the balcony. Do a little back piece off of that. Hey everybody, in case you. Yeah. Hey everybody. Okay. Okay. So here. Okay, I had to mute this because. Oh, so this is the ship here. This is dinner. We had dinner that night. Look how big that dining room is, y'all. Look at that. That is huge. They get up and they dance after you eat. It's a lot of fun. See, they get up and dance, and they get people to get up and dance with them and stuff. It's a lot of fun. So our cruise is going to be going to Mexico, and we're also going to be doing. I was trying to find that other cruise. Then I'm gonna let y'all go. I was trying to find this thing when I was in Hawaii. I had got sick the second day. By the way, I don't. It was something I ate in San Francisco, or I don't know if it's something that I ate in San Francisco or wherever I was. But I got sick. I mean, I got stomach virus. It was bad. It lasted for 2 days. I bounced back up. Yeah, I got real sick. Give me a second. I'm trying to find that Hawaii thing. I know it's in here. There we go. Here it comes. Okay, here it goes. This is what I want to show y'all. Then I'm gonna let you guys go. Give me a second. Well, I thought it was coming up. Well, maybe not. Okay, here it is. Now I want you to look at this. Okay, it's gonna look like a picture until I start moving around, and I'm gonna be talking about me getting. I was sick. I was sick. You could even say I got a bad stomach virus. Then watch this. This is 5:30 in the morning here in Maui, Hawaii. You can see here. Here's a pool I haven't gotten in yet. I've been sick. Just had breakfast. I'm gonna go back up and lay down. I got a stomach virus that's killing me. I did. Okay. I did. I love the food. I just want to show y'all this beautiful view pretty? I mean, and I got some other pictures. This was we had all of our breakfast was free. They said that they weren't going to feed us, but they gave him $1,000, and they gave everybody $1,000. Whoever put this trip together has some fucking money. If there was 1,000 people there and everybody on the trip got $1,000, no, not me, but the one person who they got 1,000 and they paid for the room. We stayed at the Hyatt Regency Resort, honey. Woo, them people had some money. Look at this. So this was our breakfast food that we had every morning. We got to eat free. We didn't have to pay for our breakfast. And again, here's Hawaii again. This is outside of our room. That's me sitting outside the room right there, see, with my little blonde hair. Me, we've been friends a long time. This was the flight information here. Mm-hmm. I was looking at the flight, see where the hell we was at. I'm ready to get off that motherfucker. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it, y'all. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I was ready to get off that plane because I tell you, I fly all the time, but I was scared. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared. Well, we're friends because I'll make it real fast. Okay, before I met him, I had another friend. His name was Lee. Lee gave me my first job in Houston back in the early 80s, okay? And so it was Lee, a guy named Clayton, a guy named Michael, and a guy named Donald. We were all friends before the friend who took me on the trip I didn't even know him. I knew them before I knew him. I was friends with all four of those guys before I met him. I didn't meet him till later in life, and I met him through Lee being a manager at Toys R Us. So, unfortunately, all four of my friends that I was friends with, they all passed away. And so me and him are the only two that are left from that crew. That's why we're real close. Yeah. We do everything together. Yeah. He's not into social media like me. He doesn't get on live and YouTube. He don't do all that stuff. But anytime you see me out somewhere, it's gonna be a Marriott because that's my company I work for. And if you ever see me out, I'm gonna be in a Marriott. And if you ever see me with somebody, it'll be him, but you won't see him because he does not like cameras. He don't like being in front of the camera. If I make him take a picture, it's like I probably snuck it. So that's why we're close. And then I have other close friends too. My friend that I met in college, when he was in college in Austin, University of Austin. So we're good friends too. And I actually knew him before I knew the guy that took me to Hawaii, but he lives in Dallas. Yeah, so it's good to have good friends. And me and him have never had a falling down. And we fight each other there. We disagree and fuck you, bitch, I hang up on your friend. And then we'll be calling each other 2 days later, But there's been some people that I've known for a very long time, and I fall out with them and never speak to them again. Because once you cross me, if a person cross you, and y'all friends, and let's say if they take something from behind, if they steal something from you, or if they cheat on you with your husband or your wife or your girlfriend, those are not your friends. Those are not your friends. You got to move on with your life. You can forgive them, but you don't have to deal with them. Like when I used to be in the club business, I used to give people jobs at the clubs and stuff, and they'd go behind my back and steal the clubs from me. And I know I should have had a better contract, but if I considered them my friend, then I wasn't really worried about them stealing nothing from me. But they did it. But they'll never be trusted again. And they'll go all over the world, and they'll do everything they can to say, oh, it didn't happen like that, or it was like that. And you don't even have time to argue with those people like that. You be like, you know what you did to me. I'm moving on with my life. Yeah. All right, guys, y'all have a good one. Hope you enjoyed that chili from Wolfgang Chili. Peace. Get on this goddamn cruise. 2027. The cruise is not tomorrow or the next day. It's $25 per person right now just to get you locked in on the rate. My email address is comedianpt@yahoo.com, but you can find me. You can find me. You can find me. All you got to do is look on my stuff and you can see where you can find me. If you want to go on this cruise, leaving out of Galveston next year in January, let me know. See y'all later. Bye-bye, y'all. Go to bed.